Nielsen Ratings is a show just for you. We talk film, TV, both old and new. We discover new things, our taste get broader. So here's the show's host in no particular order. Rachel's arrived, she's making a stand. It seems like world domination is her ultimate plan. And he's a little rough, he's a little caustic. Call him what you will as long as it's not toxic. Stupenzolicious gonna judge you on your sense of cool by asking you what your favorite Mexican food. Northern Bastard and Spider Elm say hello. It seems like everybody wants to be on this YouTube show. Run by Lance who drinks cappuccino. Everybody thinks he looks like Quentin Tarantino. So come on in and join the Nielsen Ratings. It's a show that you've all been anticipating.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Nielsen Ratings at the new time every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Now, tonight, before I get in my honoured, esteemed panel, and what a cracking panel we have, just to let everybody know, it's going to be a shorter show than usual. I'm going to be pushing things along at a rapid pace because I do have a guest who's come to stay with me from Sweden, doing those touristy things in London for a week, and I don't want to be too rude to them. So as I've got another member of the Nielsen clan staying with me this week, I'm going to try and keep this maybe to just over an hour today. I know that's shorter than normal, but I'm sure you'll be able to put up with it. Talking of relatives of the Nielsen clan, Anna Nielsen's with us again with her archaeological find of the week, which Al will be discussing shortly. I know he's rapidly Googling something as I speak. Great to have you back, Anna. You were very popular last week.
What can I say?
What can I say? I'm just a girl. Okay. All right. We'll move on. Fantastic. Okay. Don't forget, 2-page monologue prepared for next week for when I bring you in. We also have all the way from the northern wastes of England, Northern Bastard is here.
Oh, sorry, just about to get that substance that never mind. Moving on with the movies.
What are you talking about, man? We've also got the inside man.
Evening all.
Excellent. He's finished eating now. Fantastic.
I have, temporarily.
Critic Out is here.
Hello.
Soon to be talking about his archaeological find of the week. And my regular co-host all the way from Texas, where it's all about football and high schools and Friday Night Lights. Stupenzolicious.
Is that what it's all about, Lance?
I don't know. I've just binged 5 seasons of Friday Night Lights. So I feel that that's my entire interpretation of Texas now.
Back in my day, Friday Night Lights was a movie with Billy
Yeah,
Bob.
Yeah, good film. Good film. Talks about this show. I finished it. I finished the final episode, and I have to say I had a few tears. Had a few little songs.
You know what I've been watching? I've been watching the Vanderpump Rules. I started getting into that nonsense. I didn't realize it was just a show about waiters. Does that hit? It's just about waiters in L.A.? Oh, my God.
Yeah. Got funny. A few of our regulars here. Good to see you, Aaron. Good to see you, Kit. Abomination AJ's here. Good to see you, man. You need to come on at some point, buddy. And I'm always tagging you in things, and I know you tag me in some things. We've got to get you on sometime, either on a Sunday night at 8 or one of these. There's no Chew the Fat, though, this Sunday. Again, because I have a guest staying with me for a week. The show will be its normal running time next Tuesday, but I didn't want to have to cancel one. And they may even pop on and say hello. Piranha Pout is in the chat. Also has her own YouTube channel. Also working out, getting ready for the London rave summer season. So she's ensuring she's going to be super buff when she arrives in London this summer. And Enzo, darling. Piranha, I think Piranha's been in your channel, right?
Yes.
Enzo?
Yes, once or twice.
Cool.
We watched a few movies with her.
If we do this and we put a comment out, it's really cool. It makes it look like Al's got like a big green tentacle coming out of his body, like
as opposed to 8 legs.
Big green tentacle.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
You got an
Yeah.
actual spider with you. Oh, well, wait.
His legs are like almost as wide as your fingers.
Wait.
The strange thing is, he actually does have a big green testicle.
How much to eat it? How much to eat it right now?
But
Just eat
in
the
lieu
spider.
of seeing the big green testicle, there's the big spider. Ugh.
What's this one named?
This one is Lola. This is a Lasiodora klugi. It's a Baja scarlet bird eater. And she's about 25 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Do you actually feed her
5 years
birds?
old? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, 25 years. Al like proper nurtures his spiders and looks after them. So it's not a well-known
Treat them
fact.
with respect, you won't have any problems.
It's not a well-known fact that the song Lola was actually named after that spider's grandfather. So
Yeah, she's quite large.
Tragic.
yeah.
I'm guessing she's the lieutenant of your army.
Yeah. I've got one that's a bit bigger than her, but she's not quite as gentle and friendly. So,
Oh,
but Lola
look at her
behaves.
showing off for the camera.
Isn't it? She's a pretty girl.
Kit is stealing your thunder with archaeological find of the week. Did you see that the largest Roman villa was found in Wales? It's been dubbed Port Talbot's Pompeii. We did, and Crick Al's going to be talking all about that later. Mr. E says those fuckers can't live that long. Well, Al's had
Up to 40 years is the maximum.
Al's had that spider since he was 2, and he's 27 now. So, that is its real age. That is its real age. Okay, we're gonna de-emphasize your hugeness. There we go. All right. Well, let's
Put
move
that
on.
green testicle away.
This is the show where we talk about review shows and movies that we've been watching, mostly that we want to recommend, occasionally that we may have a warning for. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I feel we should comment on it briefly. Did anybody watch the Starfleet Academy pilot?
It's not out yet. They've previewed six episodes to those who have the access, like the media and stuff, but it doesn't actually come out for another couple of days. When it does, I will rip it to pieces.
You can find it if you look. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, you have to let me know a bit later then, because
What were your thoughts?
I'm going to have
on
to
some
invent
of
new
the
words
release
for how
clips?
bad this is going to be.
They've aired a few clips. What were your thoughts on those?
It's as bad as you would think. I mean, one of the things that I really despised about it, and I don't mind, like, it's further from the last timeline, and we're going to change some things. And okay, all right, fine. It needs to be its own thing. I get. There's got to be, a certain level of rebranding. There was a massive. People probably don't remember, but there was a massive pushback from a huge cohort of Trek fans when Next Generation came out, and a lot of them hated it, and they were like, "No, this isn't Trek," and really. But eventually, and the first season of Next Gen wasn't that great. It had a couple of good episodes towards the end, but it was pretty bad.
Well, a lot of it was held over from Star Trek Phase 2, so it's repurposed.
That's right. So there's a lot of Roddenberry scripts and things. It really found its feet in season 2. By season 3, it was excellent. But there were certain things that it didn't try to do, and that it did right. The idea of putting a Klingon on the bridge at first seemed stupid, but what they didn't do is they didn't try to change the Klingon. They still made him a Klingon. They still kept him as he was there to function as a warrior. Here, this Klingon guy is somehow really like docile and no longer aggressive.
Complete drink of water. Yeah.
Because of the way he's been brought up, and the plot for this show is it's just bad. It's just a really poor piece of writing. So, but maybe we'll get into it more when it's widely available, because I feel we should comment on it at least. So that's.
I'm happy to as a lifelong Star Trek fan.
I'm not asking anybody to commit to watching 6 episodes, but I feel we should all watch episode 1 so we can have a chat about it. And that's the maximum.
We have such grumpy panel next week.
That's the
Will it
maximum.
be releasing weekly?
I think they are releasing weekly. Yeah.
I think the whole binge, the binge method is kind of finding its way out. People are just not into it.
Yeah, because they found out shows just get repetitive with the binge. You know, we need to get back to
what they'll probably, I think they'll probably, yeah, they'll probably just do like release 3 episodes like a week or something is what they'll start doing in the future. In the future, I predict.
I'm just morbidly curious to see if it can be worse than Section 31. That's all. That is the extent of my interest in it. Really,
from what I've seen, it can. From what I've seen, the answer
based on the
definitely
based on the runtime.
Oh wow!
Because Section 31 was a movie, so
it was an awful movie. Was what it was.
This
is
a show.
This is a show. Yeah, I mean, it bears the Star Trek names. I'm literally. I'm just curious to see how deep into the gutter they can drag the Star Trek name. Will there be anything of Star Trek about Starfleet Academy? I don't think there will be.
Far be it from me to
teen drama and sorry, you're all right. All right.
Oh,
I think it's going to be teen drama and stuff like that. Honestly.
So it's not just dropping weekly. It's been written very weekly.
Oh,
first pun of the evening. Sorry about that.
But
very good.
Hey, not to be the far be it from me to be the positive person, but wasn't Picard season 1 and season 2 trash, and then they came hard with season 3 and it was good?
The reason for that is because season 3 was done by a completely different person called Terry Matalas. So basically, because because Picard season 1 and 2 were like just trash, as you say, they wrote off season 3. They didn't bother with it. It was like, let this guy do whatever he wants to do with it. And because that guy's actually a fan and actually cares about Star Trek, season 3 was still badly written, but it actually cared about being Star Trek, which was
so the first 2 seasons were obviously written by a J.J. Abrams type fan.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
Yeah. I think Michelle Paradise was their head writer, and she's awful. There
were some bits and pieces in Picard that I actually thought were fine, but there was so much wrong with it that there was, those bits and pieces were not.
But it was anti-Star Trek. That's the problem I had with it.
Yeah, it was.
The next generation spent ages saying there's no drugs, nobody's suffering, nobody's poor. And then all Picard went and showed was like, everybody's like miserable and poor and on drugs.
Season 3 had been season 1 of Picard, you would have been off to a good start.
Absolutely. Yeah. I didn't mind season 3. It was very badly written, plot holes all over the place, but the character work I thought was, quite good.
All right, well let's not go further down that rabbit hole. Who actually did their homework and watched the film? Or the TV show, or both.
My homework was eaten by the dog, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
that's all fine. I meant to watch the rip that Toxic recommended. It doesn't come out till the 16th. I'd forgotten.
Well, let's stay on topic and talk about the golden. Is it pronounced Camus? Is that right?
Camus, but don't worry about it.
All right, I won't. I did watch it. I watched the movie straight after the stream, and I thought it was going to be one of those things where, after 20 minutes I was going to be asleep, because I do fall asleep quite quickly now, thankfully. And I was really engrossed in it. And after an hour, I was like, right, okay, I need to stop now because I'm knackered. But I put it on again first thing in the morning, finished the movie, watched 2 episodes of the TV series. I haven't been able to watch the rest simply because of just commitments, but I really loved it. I thought it was extremely well made, really well acted. It's very engaging. You don't need to be a fan of the history or the subject matter. It's just a very quick to engage show, fun characters. It is in the realm, tonally, it's in the realm of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. In other words, you need to suspend a sort of certain level of fairy tale disbelief, but it feels far more historical than that. And then, of course, I spoke to Anna at some length about it in the interim and found out that actually all the cultural stuff that's included is all true. These people really lived in this region. Some of these events really happened. The way that you see them eat their food is how they eat their food. How they prepare it is how they prepare it. Things like the sort of the kind of temporary wigwam type things that they build out of trees when they go hunting. They do all of that. And they had advisors from this clan that live in this region, that still live in this region and hunt in this region and so on, which is very removed from society. They were on the set to advise, and it was filmed as much as possible on location. So all those gorgeous mountain shots and things of trees that you're seeing that these days you're always thinking, is that green screen, are all real in this. There is some CGI work with the bear and the wolf and stuff like that, but the animals are really well realized in this. I really liked it. And the TV series basically might as well just be a second movie. It just picks up immediately where the movie ends, because the movie ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, and then the TV series carries on the story. These are both on Netflix. Watch the movie first. You do need to watch them in order. I couldn't recommend them more highly. This was such a great recommendation because I'd never even heard of it. I give both of them a 9 out of 10.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, so there you go. Did anybody else see it? Anybody else see it?
Most of it.
Womp,
Okay.
womp.
Critic How's seen all of it, so I'm going to let
watched
Critic
all of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really liked the film. I thought the film was excellent. Really compelling story. It really sort of spoke to me this quest to go and get these tattoos. I thought it was exceptionally well acted. I thought it was exceptionally well made, and it wasn't Americanized. It wasn't westernized in any way. I really liked the story with the Anui and Sugimoto. You know, I thought that was great. I carried on watching the series, and I liked the series, but some of the series has some of the worst excesses of anime in it, just rendered in real life.
Right.
And I found that a little bit weird. And they go on about penises just a little bit too much for me.
Okay.
That's all
so it had that
straight from the
kooky
manga,
kind of.
and the guy who wrote it is kind of strange. I know a lot of people.
No
who
shit.
Know him.
I thought you were about to say that. Oh, that's why I recommended it. You know.
Well, that too.
So yeah, I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. I'm going to carry on watching it because it's obviously only the first series. There's a lot more to come. Anna will know how much because she's read the manga.
It's about 1/3 of the way through.
About 1/3, right? Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
You just need to get a close up of Anna's hat. Hold on. Oh, there we are. Is this from the show? It is.
This is this is an actual replica of a 1907 Japanese military cap. I went to a museum in Asahikawa that is devoted to the actual division that was stationed in Hokkaido during this time, because they were really there. The museums existed long before the show, and I bought this hat there.
Nice.
Their hats were actually this yellow. People always think like, everything has to be dull and gritty, but no, they were very bright.
No, a lot of
is a fearsome hat
of that era were very nice. It puts a nice band for a sniper to focus in on.
Yeah,
take your head off.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think the characters are good. Some of them are suitably OTT in a very anime kind of way. Shirahashi, I'm looking at you. They really like their lieutenant. What can I say?
Yeah.
It was
fanatically devoted to that man.
Yeah, beyond. Yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it. God, they talk about food a lot.
It's like an action adventure cooking movie, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, everyone in Japan jokes that it's about 1/3 cooking manga.
But yeah, it is good. It's just the series I didn't like quite as much as the movie. The movie really impressed me. The series, I was like, I can see the bits of this that I really want to be live action, and then I can see the bits that don't translate over to live action quite as well.
What's your rating? What's your rating for the movie?
9 for the movie, and 8 for the live action series.
Okay, fair play. Northern, give me your comments. I'm going to use the sand timer today because we've got limited time.
Yeah, okay. Well, I actually did enjoy it. I mean, I like the little contrast between Anu and the main character. I'm sorry for very bad at pronouncing their names.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, very
Northern.
Sugimoto, Sugimoto, and
Sugimoto the Immortal.
I love the contrast between them. She's kind of like this huntress, but she's also very moral as well. And he's this hardened soldier, but at the same time, they still have this very goofy sort of like relationship as well between them. And it's got a good sense of adventure as well. You've got a good villain who's got this leaky head after this really terrible injury he had, and some very good over-the-top comedy. And like you said, there is a lot of cooking as well. I mean, there's definitely some good recipes for a good protein diet.
I got hungry when I was watching one episode. I was like, I feel like I want to go into the kitchen now. And
it's got some good twists. It's got some good twists as well. It's got a very hyper Japanese reality to it as well, even though it's taking historical events. But that's why I kind of like these ones. They kind of they're not afraid to sort of make you question reality a little bit, or they kind of take liberties with reality and not care about it. It's all part of the fun. That's why I like Satoshi Kon's, because he takes liberties with reality and making you wonder if reality is blending with fantasy or whatever. But that's kind of my overall opinion. It's a good little adventure with some very likable characters, and you'll get a lot of nice recipes out of it as well.
Rating?
You give it a good 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10 for both.
Yeah, because I haven't had a chance to proper finish it because Netflix was playing up.
No, I'm only halfway through the show.
You haven't got to all the penis bits then? Yeah, okay, fair enough.
They actually took out some of the wildest parts. They
really? It's toned down.
I did like the part where the best slices that guy's face off and he's still shooting at it. That was fucked up.
I haven't got to the Game of Thrones section yet. No. Okay, great. Thank you, Northern. You did that with time to spare. Has anybody else seen it? Wants to comment before we move on?
I had one question for you, Lance, if that's all right. Is a little bit what we talked about offline, but since you are a filmmaker and you've often this film and this movie, they have more budget now, but they were originally made on not that much budget, and so they were filming on location as much as they could, because in some ways the location looking the way it is free, and although you still have all the logistics of getting everyone out there. And they also, as filmmakers, you guys don't have to know this, but it's extremely faithful, and they were trying their best to adapt the source material almost 1-to-1. So from your point of view, Lance, what did you think about this perspective that they have of, working with the resources they have, all of these actors putting in a lot of work to make things look as good as possible and trying to be as faithful to the source material as possible?
I mean, I haven't read the original. It's a graphic novel originally, isn't it? I think. I haven't read the original source material, so I can't. Or I haven't seen the original anime either, so I can't contrast the live action to that. I can tell that this is definitely a film and a series, and they were clearly shot both at the same time, where the people really cared about what they were doing. I mean, it's just very, very evident in the filmmaking process. You can also see there was really good use of the resources that they had available. You feel like this takes place across huge distances, but really is 3 locations, which is top of Barren Mountain, in a town, and woods by a stream, and slight variations of all 3 of those. But you can tell that the location work serves the story so well, because the location where it's all set, the region, is a character of itself. So yeah, I think they did a superb job. I did a fair bit of research on this, and I know that the film grossed, is it 500 million yen? I'm not sure what that translates to in.
That was quite a success.
Yeah, it's not bad.
In the Japanese film industry.
I have tried to find what the budget is, and I haven't been able to find it, but I read somewhere 9 million for the dollars for the first film, which, if that's true, is pretty good. I think
it was less than Godzilla -1.
Okay.
Which was about $13 million.
My impression is that they probably started out shooting a movie, and then they realized that there was no way this was a single film. And they kind of did a Quentin Tarantino and probably called Netflix and said, look, we've got 2 films here. And somebody somewhere said, well, why don't you break the second thing into 6 episodes and then just make the first film under 2 hours or whatever, around 2 hours. I feel like
in this case, they actually had the plan to shoot everything the whole time. The way they're doing it, interspersing films and TV series, but it's a novel. It's a novel approach to adapting anime, and manga, which tend to be long form. So they started out with that, and they were picked up by a Japanese distributor called Wow Wow, and now they're picked up by Netflix, which has been really good for them. But Wow Wow has agreed to fund them through the whole thing.
Right. Same thing's happening with Demon Slayer. Any Demon Slayer seasons now being released as.
So Netflix came on board. Netflix came on board late in the day. They weren't there.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
But I'm so glad it's on Netflix because they realized that this did have broader international appeal, whereas they thought that no one internationally would care about Japanese history.
Fair enough.
You see what we used to have. I mean, in terms of the use of the locations and everything in this, I mean, it's evidently very, very well shot, and they have managed to use the resources, the natural resources, as best they can. This used to be the primary goal whenever you went into production. It was, right, okay, how can we do this for real? And whatever we can't do for real, then we will have to do in studio. But now we're faced with a situation where it's what do we not have to do for real? How can we get away with doing something that's on location, but we can actually do it in a studio? Let's do it in a volume. Let's do it with green screen.
The volume.
And
there's a different epics behind this. You can just totally tell.
And I mean, I've not seen it, but you can only commend these sorts of filmmakers that really do run with how movies are supposed to be made. I'm really quite sick and tired of seeing stuff where full well that it is in the volume or it's in a studio. Show me the world. The Lord of the Rings wasn't the Lord of the Rings without all of the locations that were used for those movies.
No, indeed. And
Middle Earth is inseparable from New Zealand now, and so many other films have gone to be filmed in New Zealand because of the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, look, Anna's got the Anwar cap on now.
Well, look, we're going to
move on. You changed your hat.
Remember, we're doing a shorter show tonight, so I'm going to have to keep things really tight. So, one of the things I saw for the first time just the other day was season 1 of the Beast Games, and this kind of came out at the same time as the Betrayers or whatever it's called, the what's the one on the BBC with people double crossing people and
Traitors?
The Traitor, right. So the Traitors came out and everybody was saying, "Oh, Lance, you've got to watch the Traitors." And I watched the season of the Traitors and I was like, yeah, it's all right, it's okay, kind of fun. Don't really want to watch another one, but then someone else was like, "But have you seen Beast Games? Beast Games is fucking mental." And I was like, "Beast Games? What's that?" "Oh, you just watch it. Just watch it." Then I forgot about it. Stuff was happening. I was directing a play and what have you. And I put it on. And so the guy who's behind Beast Games, and his name's The Beast on YouTube, he's a successful YouTuber. He's got X million subscribers. He's buddies with loads of other people that have got X million subscribers. They're all millionaires, and basically he put up the money to fund this games. It's a cross between Survivor, Gladiators, and the Traitors. What makes it really interesting is at different times he suddenly throws a bribe into the mix. So people will be doing a challenge. So let's say that there's 14 captains. Each captain has 10 people in the team. There are 40 contestants left in the game. And they suddenly go through to the next round, and each of the team captains are told to step forward. And each of the team captains has said, "Okay, let's see how much you can resist taking a bribe." You've all got a button in front of you. As soon as you press it, the money on the screen is yours. And this clock starts ticking over with this dollar amount on it. It goes right up to $1 million, right? And on season 1, no one went for the button. They were all so tempted, but they all wanted to go further on because the top prize is $5 million. But in season 2, somebody did press the button. I haven't found out who yet because the latest episode is going to drop tonight. But it's that watching that psychology of who is going to betray the team, because that person, as soon as they take that bribe, all the other 9 people in their team are out. They're out of the contest. They go home. And that person walks away with £1 million, but they also go home. And this time they're letting them go through. So there's a whole load of other complex things in it where various people get to betray people and stuff. And I think where I'm not enjoying it is it seems like everybody that's a contestant is some sort of social media personality. They're either a big person on Instagram who does a lot of workouts and has got lots of followers there, or there's some brain box who's got a YouTube channel. And the second season of Beast Games is basically divided into the strongs and the nerds, and the nerds are going down very quickly. Unsurprisingly,
as they should.
There's a lot of physical elements where they won't excel, but I mean, it's really interesting watching it, and I have to say, even though there are some parts of it that make my toes curl, including the main guy, it's incredible entertainment. It's very, very well done. The critics hate it, viewers love it. It's smashing the Amazon figures through the roof, which is why it got renewed for 2 more seasons straight away before season 1 had even finished. So I binged all of season 1 in a single night. That kept me up quite late, and I'm watching season 2 as it drops. Has anyone else seen it?
No.
I don't have any interest in fake celebrities.
Or fake shows. As far as that
the
goes.
fakeness of it is the thing that I do find grating, but it is very entertaining.
I mean, to be fair to them, to be fair to the contestants, these are the people that are going to draw in their audience, aren't they? These are the ones that are really going to draw the audience. I mean, if they have on various social media platforms, if they all have collectively about 50, 60, 70 million followers, then they've won already.
I think that's the very thing that I hate is the fact that they are famous.
It's
They're
contrived.
doing nothing. They are fake celebrities. They have no talent, no value other than they can.
I have to admire it. It is kind of genius. I do have to admire it.
Is it?
Yeah, because somebody sat down in an office and said, "Why don't we devise a show where we invite 1,000 contestants to come on? Except we're going to get all those 1,000 contestants. Each of them are going to have bare minimum of 100,000 subscribers. We'll invite them all off all the platforms. They're going to compete against each other. They're all going to want even more subscribers. So they're all going to be video whores and going to be extremely hungry. They're going to kill their own grandmothers to get more subs. How can
they're not really going to? They got to follow the script and do what the script tells them to do.
It's clever marketing, taking advantage of people's narcissism. That's it, really.
The show's not I would say the show. The surprises in the show will feel real. It's not overly heavily.
Well, it's supposed to feel real. It wouldn't be good if it didn't feel real, Lance. That's like porn. It's not good.
No, but I've seen some post interviews with people that were on it, and they've said which bits they didn't know about and which bits they did know about and stuff, and it sort of seems to sync with what.
I mean, once the real world debunked the whole actual real people watching them, once that happened back in the 90s, it kind of lost a lot of its luster for me. Are
you talking about the real world, that show?
Yeah. All reality TV is scripted. There's nothing that's not scripted, Lance. They're not going to allow that onto TV. If the last time there was an unscripted reality show, it was called Cops. That was the last, and even that was like polished.
Even that's edited. That's edited to hell and stuff. So
Cops is too much. Cops is like it's the first reality show. It's the best reality show, but it's too real to where it almost qualifies as a documentary series. Whereas you have shows like. Because when I think of there are reality shows, like I'm watching Vanderpump Rules right now. It's awful, but it's clearly a bunch of fake bullshit and a bunch of wannabe actors, waiting tables, and it's stupid. But if you go to the early 2000s writer strike, it's like a lot of shows we watch, they are. Because there was a writer strike, that's why there were so many dumb reality shows, and they were all offensive and not necessarily scripted, but definitely probably there's a director offside, hey, maybe try doing this, or hey, maybe we'll.
They've had many. Listen, nobody was a bigger fan of Real World than me back in the day, but they had many interviews post that stuff where they just number one question, they'd be like, "Hey, when you guys did that, what?" They're like, "That's not real." Oh, well, what about when he told you, no, that was scripted. We just, and then they were just like, listen, if you still, it's like believing that WWE is real, real.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What? The best reality shows I've seen, one that I really watched, I really loved was a couple of years ago. I talked about it, was Jury Duty. And then I'm watching the Joe Schmo show. So the idea is everything is scripted except one person,
right?
who's
Now
not
that,
in on it.
right?
That's,
There's always
that
yeah,
seems to be
there's-
the most authentic reality shows.
There's always
True.
exceptions to prove the rule.
True.
I got a great idea. You want to do something with content creators? Let's get all of us content creators. You have to have a minimum of 100 subscribers and then the maximum of like millions, and the lower ones kill the ones that are the higher ones and they automatically gain all of their subscribers. Put us on an island somewhere.
That's more like
That'd be funny.
And
Yep.
let's do this
Battle
shit.
Royale style.
You hear that, drinker? I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you hard.
Battle Royale
The
YouTube.
hostile
Well, look,
takeover.
Someone clip
we-
that of drinkers.
We're
saying he's
going to
coming
move
for-
on. Darth Plato's made a funny comment, which was Nerdrotic in this show? Well, in season 1, I swear to you, Nerdrotic's twin brother is in this show.
Oh,
And
really?
He's
Wow.
got the beard, he's got the voice, he's got the tattoo.
Was he bitching about
glasses.
Star Wars the whole time in order to get people to quit?
I mean,
Dude.
honestly, the guy really looked like Nerdrotic. I had to check to see if it was him. Pretty funny. But anyway,
Yeah,
we'll move
I
on.
mean,
I give the show
I just
7
think the
out
big-
of 10. It's entertaining.
I just think
Um,
the big problem is Mr. Beast looks too much like the Hat Man or the Shadow Man who visits you in your night terrors or something. There's something.
Well,
The
that's-
pose.
No, it's his face. It's strictly his face. There's like this lifelessness behind his eyes. It's like a creepy, like an alien human, like an Edgar
he's
suit
fake.
trying to smile at you.
It's just, they're all fake. They're all fake people. There's no talent.
No,
They,
it's
they
something
know
else.
how
It's
to
like
market
that- no,
themselves. That's all
no,
I can
it's
give them.
something
That's all I
else.
can
There's
give them.
something else going on. It's not about fakeness.
It looks like a date
That-
rapist. That's
Mr.
Can't
Beast
say
has
that
killed
the show-
before. Okay, I can tell you that
Listen,
much. I can
can't
see
say
it
the
in his
show has
eyes.
no talent. The people that made this show is talented because the show's doing really well and it's making a hell of a lot of money.
No, but
That-
I mean the people on the show. They're just. It's like watching Big Brother. You know.
No, I know it is. It's painful. It is painful to watch, and I'm not a big fan of that aspect of it. But it is very entertaining. That's all.
But if you want to see an unscripted version of this kind of thing, then all you have to do is go onto Kick and look at what Ice Poseidon has been doing for the past couple of years. And because it's unscripted, it's terrible. It's scuffed. It's terrible. It's awful.
I just
so you
find
have
it
to be
indicative of the same society that allows a girl who gets 18 years old and goes and makes 2 million on OnlyFans in one day. That's a sick society, and I don't want to support it. It's
This
as
just
simple
sounds
as
like
that.
jealousy.
Good luck to
All
her.
right,
Sounds
let's move on. Enough about Beast Games. Can't wait till you all have watched it and come back to talk about it again. So we're going to talk about the Yellowstone prequels briefly. I am going to do I'm going to do a couple of Chew the Fats at least this year on Taylor Sheridan.
Put me
I
in,
think
coach.
I will do one that covers all his Western stuff.
Hell yeah.
So 1883, 1923, and Yellowstone, and then I'll probably do another one that covers his other stuff like Mayor of Kingston and his feature films. But 1883 dropped, if I remember rightly, it dropped in the pandemic or just before it. I've got the Blu-ray box set on my shelf behind me.
23, I think 2023 or 2020.
I think it was 23. Oh no, it was 21.
What?
I
Yeah.
saw it in 2022.
It was definitely close to the pandemic. I mean, the pandemic was still going on in 2021 because I remember that this dropped kind of around the time it was ending, or I saw it around that time. Anyway, this is Northern's pick. I just started watching both shows. Go ahead, jump in, mate.
Well, I do like it does get a bit melodramatic, but the one thing I love about it is that it just highlights how harsh the Western is, especially when you've got these people from this country who have never experienced this environment, and no matter how hard they try, they end up dying. And yeah, it is very bleak, and be prepared to be miserable a lot, but that is kind of the environment that our characters are in. You know, you can die from anything, an infection, whatever, and it is a very good prequel, and it really does immerse you into it. You can tell the money has just been thrown on the screen. I mean, it does not look cheap or anything. I don't see.
No, it looks great. I love
I don't see any sense of any green screens, any clumsy green screens. You can see the locations, everything, and every actor is firing on all bloody cylinders here. I mean, they actually look like they've been gone through the ringer here with, the fact they've got to take on cattle rustlers, everything, Indians, And they aren't afraid to sort of portray some of the Indians as actual savage, violent creatures as well.
I don't know. She looks that last picture. She looked very pretty made up for 1883.
Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton only has one appearance in it, but man, does he make an impression.
That's such a good scene in the bar when he asked him to point out the people that beat him up, and then literally starts talking to them, and then before you know it, they're all dead. Such a good scene.
Yeah, I think with the woman, that's one of the regulars here as well, wasn't it? James Jordan. He's in nearly every single Taylor Sheridan thing.
He's great.
For a minute, I thought you said James Corden. Thank Christ.
No. Christian got him right. He didn't come back.
Nix will show up if you say that again. Thank God he's not here. So give me shit about it. Yeah, I think the blonde, she can be a bit hit and miss at times. Sometimes she can be all right. I think the narration kind of is overwritten a little bit too long, and you kind of get fed up of hearing her. But apart from that, there's some really good emotional moments in it, though. And it will leave you feeling very depressed at the end. But I do admire it a little. I do admire that it just isn't. It's very unforgiving because Taylor Sheridan is very good at putting you in the environment that these characters go through, whether it's the Western like 1883 or gangland, crime-ridden prison towns like in Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah. Plus, you got Sam Elliott in it. I swear, when Sam Elliott did this, he thought it was going to be his last thing.
I was going to say that. Say that.
Because he's got that line, isn't he, where this is my last trip. I know I'm not coming back from this. And it just felt like it was set up to be his final cowboy. This is the end of my career. This is my bow out. It's a great role for him. I mean, it's the perfect Sam Elliott, grumpy cowboy, sort of curmudgeon, but with a redeeming arc and good qualities underneath the rough-hewn surface. That's Sam Elliott, but he's great in it.
So good.
Yeah. I kind of wish he somehow made it into the second season, but because of the gap of years, that's not really practical.
There is no second season.
Well, I mean the sequel, 18.
He would have been too old, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Can answer me a question as well, because I spoke with Admiral Teague on this as well, and he sort of said, you know what, it kind of would have been solved if they took the train maybe to where they needed to go. And I don't know if is there anything I missed there?
No, they can't take the train. The train hasn't been built that far yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
They're going to a particular part of California. I think the train might have got out as far as San Francisco, but that's not the bit of California that they're traveling to.
Yeah. No, they didn't. They didn't have it that way then.
I love when people are like, wouldn't it have been easier if they just did this or that in the movie? And I'm like, yeah, but the reason why they didn't do that is because it would have been a more boring movie.
Right.
Well,
that's why
I mean, also,
the other way.
Back then, you couldn't just jump on a train and go west if you were really poor and you had all your belongings and you were carrying like everything.
I haven't even seen the show. I don't know the context, but that's
like
usually the case.
Carriage. You wouldn't have the money to be. Train tickets back then were expensive because people didn't have cars.
Couldn't they have just gone to the airport and gone to the place and then?
But they do that train as far as they can in the first episode.
Yeah, that's right. They go as far as that railhead. That's where they come off.
Transcontinental Railroad was completed 1969, I think, but they were going up north, and so they split off as close as they could get, and then had to continue up across the plains.
I think Enzo, I know you don't like to
get in there with the history, Anna. Get in there with those facts. Keep those people.
Enzo, I know you.
Well, my ancestors did some of this too. I live in a Western state.
There you go.
Yeah, you do. I know you don't like to watch stuff like this, but this is kind of this is like one thing by itself. I think you'd like this. I think I put this on when we did streams and we did like top 3 of 2023 or top 4 20 or something like that. I think I remember mentioning this and recommending it to you back then. You don't got to watch
Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah, it's Taylor Sheridan. Yeah, it's Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah, Taylor Sheridan.
I like all of his
movies.
Doesn't really
seem to miss.
Will watch all of his shows eventually.
Yeah, I'll get around to it.
Okay.
Yeah, they passed me by. I've seen Yellow Submarine, but I've never seen Yellowstone.
Well, listen, it's worth watching. I know you've also seen 1923, and you're getting into Yellowstone. We won't talk about Yellowstone tonight. Just give us a rating out of 10 for the two different shows, 1883 and 1923.
I will give it a 9 out of 10. I mean, it's not perfect, but it does suck you in. It does really immerse you in the journey that these characters go through. You know, especially the harsh moments, and that's in 23. I'd probably lower it to an 8 because the first series was really good with the Dutton stuff, but when it got to Spencer and Alexandra and, you know, the Tiona character, it did start to sort of feel like it was dragging a little bit. And then second season come along. The Tiona stuff started to not great on me as much. And the Spencer and Alexandra storyline was a lot better as well, having them separated and trying to make their journey to Montana as well was really compelling. I actually found myself caring for Alexandra, who I found annoying in the first series. She's first season, sorry, because she's now kind of having to adapt now. She's got to lose all that romantic, whimsical, you know, thinking that she's always had throughout the series, and she's pretty much had to go through a lot of hardship just to get there. And I won't spoil it for anyone, but she does make a really big sacrifice as well, and it's actually very meaningful. I think Rachel said that it kind of left something bleak for Spencer, and yet it kind of does as well, but it also kind of leaves something a little bit hopeful as well. You know, it's for the future.
Oh, you've spoiled it now. You've really spoiled
right?
it.
No need to watch it. No need to watch
Terrible,
it.
yeah.
If I can make a quick recommendation to anybody who's not gotten into this universe yet, if you're going to go down this, just do it like I did by accident, which was to watch 1883 first, then the 1923 shows, then Yellowstone. It will be much more impactful on you if you do it that way. Like I said, that was complete. I bought Paramount Plus on a whim. I got a new cell phone or something, and it was free for a month. 1883 was being advertised, and I was like, okay, I'll look at it. And then I followed it along, and then at that point, Yellowstone was out on DVD, and I could get it from the library. So I started watching that, and then I got the channel, the Peacock thing where it was on. So, and finished it off. It's much better if you follow it chronologically as opposed to
that's what I've been trying to do.
I'm envious. I'm envious of you getting to experience this for the first time. We should do a show on it sometime.
And I've got to mention Spencer as well, and because he's badass, man. Someone make him an action star because
you could mention him, but you're out of time. We've got to move on.
It's a Dalton stuff as well. That's the main
but what would you rate it?
Dalton shit.
Got a short show tonight. Sorry, Inside Man. You've got 5 minutes to talk about this. Go for it.
Yes. Right. Okay. So, Into the Clones of Bruce. Brilliant documentary movie. It's basically all about the Shaw brothers and Golden Harvest after the death of Bruce Lee. Obviously, they were bereft of their key star. So, what did they do? They decided to create Bruce Lee clones. So you had Bruce Lee, L-E, Bruce Lai, that's L-I, Bruce Lai, L-A-E, sorry, L-A-I, Bruce Lowe, loads of, a multitude of Bruces using all of the vowels on the end of an L. And it's a really quite charming documentary because it does chart the success of these amazing Hong Kong martial arts movies. And there's a lovely feature on this disc where they go back to all of the locations that we used for Enter the Dragon all around Hong Kong and show you a kind of a now and then situation with them. But they talk about the history of the Shaw Brothers Studios and Golden Harvest Studios. But more importantly, they talk to the actors who were the Bruce Lees, Bruce Lowe's, Bruce Lies, and Bruce Lau's, and Bruce Lays, and so they talked to all of the surviving actors. Obviously, they also had some females who were billed as being Bruce Lee's sister. Obviously, not real sister, but so you had all of these girls that were great at martial arts that had the surname of Lee. But yes, it's interesting. You know, when you see some of the early stuff of Bruce Lee himself, and they talk about things like Game of Death and The Big Boss and Fists of Fury, Enter the Dragon, Way of the Dragon, on some of his other stuff that he did when he wasn't a star, especially when he was in Hollywood, because obviously he's a San Franciscan. He's San Franciscan or Hong Kong San Franciscan. So he's actually American. He's not actually Chinese. But it's a lovely little history of these forgotten movies. Jackie Chan obviously makes an appearance. Of, you know, a lot of the Chan movies, the Drunken Master movies are included in there. But if you're really interested in any of your Hong Kong or Chinese martial arts movies, you know, it's a great watch. It's a really, really compelling little documentary, and really quite touching in parts, I think. But yeah, I loved it. I absolutely loved this little documentary. Yeah,
somebody's claiming you've gone past 5 minutes. I'm just going to prove that.
I've actually seen that documentary. It was
it's good, isn't it?
I have the sand timer here, and it's still got sand in it, so he's still got time.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, rating out of 10.
As this is a movie history documentary, and this really does talk about some of my favorite types of movies, I couldn't give it anything less than a 10. I think it was superbly well done. Right. Really good. I loved it.
Can you also confirm the size of the Arctic roll slice that you ate during that pitch?
I can't, I'm afraid. I can't. I was too busy eating my Spangles. Nobody on this panel knows what on earth we're talking about, but you.
I do. God, the wrappers were really hard to get off those.
I remember Spangles. Yeah. They were those pink things, and they had like little chew sweets, and they had those little bits in them and stuff.
No, they didn't. No, they look like look like tunes.
Yeah, they look like tunes.
Yeah.
Unlike tunes, didn't taste like cough sweets. They just tasted like sweets.
Yeah.
But
those things that are a little bit like Jolly Ranchers, those kind of things.
Yeah, they were exactly they were the British version of Jolly Ranchers.
British version of Jolly Ranchers. I do remember them. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
They had my favorite font was on the front of the Spangles packet. So very 70s.
Lance telling Inside Man not to eat anything when Lance famously, whenever he's not feeling well, is like coughing and hacking.
That was most of last year, certainly the first 5 months. Toxic, I know this is your pick, and you've actually mentioned this show on the channel before. For those people that don't know, it's a medical drama series starring Noah Wyle, and he's not playing Carter, even though I wish he was. What? It's got really good reviews. Yeah. What is it about this show? And I've been meaning to watch it. I just haven't got round to it yet. But what is it about it that makes it good? How does it stand aside from other medical dramas? Because there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah. So the big thing is, as you mentioned, this was actually originally conceptualized to be a follow-up of ER and his character Noah Wyle becoming the chief resident, and they were just moved to another city and state, which they did do the second part, but the first part they weren't able to get the licensing for it. So he plays a different character, but I mean, everybody knows it's Carter. It's Carter all grown up. And the reason why it does so well is so I get asked often when people ask me about movies and TV shows, is it possible to have a woke TV show or a woke movie and still be good without it virtue signaling? And the answer to it is this. And the answer to it is yes, because it manages to have good looking people who are compelling with their own stuff, but not annoying with it. Have a lot of virtue signaling, have a lot of woke ideology is strewn in there, but not shoved in your face in such a manner. And the acting is so good, and the things that go on in this emergency room are so well done that you just kind of ignore it. The only medical drama I've ever enjoyed was ER, coincidentally, and I think this surpasses it. They do the way that they run the show is that it's in the format of like the TV show 24. So each episode is like an hour and change into their shift. So that's very compelling. It keeps you kind of on the edge of your seat.
It's like real time 60 minutes.
Right. And all of the people, like their problems are very relatable to regular people. Like I don't know medical gobbledygook. I have the very minimum Army medical training. So half the stuff I don't know. I get grossed out, believe it or not, seeing blood and guts and things like that. I don't care for it. So I got to look away a lot when my girlfriend laughs at me when that happens, as she should. But I really want to know more about these people's lives, and they don't, they're all very interesting. They all have a different thing going. You got a chick that gets in a fight with her baby daddy's new wife, and she has to have an ankle bracelet, but then it keeps going off and triggering during a mass casualty event. So she's got to cut it off. So then the cops come, and it's like, and then, Carter has to, I'm going to just call him Carter because I don't even know what his name is on the show. And he has to deal with it, and he's able to deal with it because of this. And it rewards, faithful viewing. So I like that. The new season's off to a rocky start. I think I was spoiled a little bit because I only discovered it when it was halfway through its season last year. So me and the girlfriend got to binge 4 or 5 episodes and really get into it. And then we were doing week to week. So they left it on a huge cliffhanger on the very first episode. So now I'm really annoyed because I'm not going to get to know what happened until like Friday. So that's a little aggravating to me, but it's okay. I mean, it's not something that's going to make me stop watching the show. But again, like I said, all of the people, and they're all the people that you recognize from previous shows, like Noah Wiley and the guy that was in that's the senior older doctor that's been on there. He's been in like 20 different shows. You recognize those people, and then the young people that are on it, they're very endearing. The stuff that they do makes you want to know more about them, and when they do stuff, and they also like stay true to the character. So you have one girl that has autism. She's the real life daughter of Walt from Breaking Bad. So she's really, really good, and I usually don't like that autistic stereotype, but she does it very, very well. And it's all the stuff she does is sort of like, you're like, oh, of course she would do that during that moment and things like that. So give it a look if you're interested. I think it's probably one of the best shows on TV.
Has it been renewed?
Yeah. They just aired episode 1, season 2 this past Thursday, and it'll be on episode 2 will be again. So it is on HBO Max. So I know that's a pain in the ass because they don't have a lot of stuff to look at. But I mean, if you have a Plex Pass like I do, or some other means, then I would definitely try to take a look.
All right.
And from now on, I'm actually going to be using the word stereotrope.
Thanks.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I was trying to talk fast because I know I don't have the get out of jail free.
I like it, mate. I think you've just got a new entry into the Oxford English.
Stereotrope it is.
Yeah, stereotrope it is.
Stereotrope's great. Okay, we recommend The Pit, rating out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Anybody else seen it? Want to rate it quickly? Okay.
No, I want to see it.
Yeah, me too. And I actually wanted to see it when you mentioned it last year. And,
Yes,
it was one of those things I couldn't easily access. So
I know, I understand.
But you know what? That's going to be the next show I'm going to binge. I'm going to start watching that tomorrow.
Over in England, do they have do you guys have like public libraries where you can get DVDs with like shows and stuff, or do they not do that over there?
No, books haven't been invented in England yet, so we don't have libraries.
No, we've just about managed the beginnings of the printing press, but in terms of DVDs, Blu-rays, that kind of thing, is science fiction to us.
Is it?
The Wheel only came out last week.
Yeah, we can probably readily get the Quran whenever you need it, though. Am I right?
No.
Yeah, it's the only book
apparently so. Yeah.
All other books are forbidden in Hull. It's all the Quran now.
Yeah, and we live in caves.
Love the Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy hour on Professor Fungamingi's pink submarine ship is now over. So Stupenzo, it's your choice. What have you got?
Well, I've been watching Vanderpump Rules. I watched that first season.
Oh,
I did watch Primate, which was pretty cool. It was basically Cujo with a chimpanzee.
Nice.
So it was a chimpanzee with rabies, but it was kind of sad. It was pretty sad. I felt sorry for the little guy. And Cujo, I think it's like, it's a rabid dog. Dogs are dumb, and it's a, my child versus the dog. So obviously, like, you got to kill the dog. But this one, it was like a chimp who's very human-like, and also it's like 5, young adults and a little teenager. And I don't know. You're kind of like, it's not like you're siding with the chimp. It's just like, poor little guy. You feel sorry for him. And there are moments where he's like, "Oh, I'm just thirsty. Please help. I'm gonna attack you." So I mean, it could have been scarier. It could have been bloodier. It was pretty bloody though, but it could have been really disturbing, but it wasn't. It's like set in this, futuristic modern house in Hawaii. If you go back a couple of I think someone's gonna knock on something. No. Okay.
No.
All right. Good. Nothing. Okay.
Oh,
Thought
we were going to go back
barking.
on a couple of stills there. All right.
Yeah. So there's that famous that deaf guy's in this. He's like the father, and he's like an author or something. He's out of town doing like a publicity tour, press, signing autographs and stuff, and his kids and family members are all. There's a bunch of teenage girls and a teenage guy, or I guess they're young adults. They're all in this house with this chimp who they've grown up with. And the big problem with the movie is it doesn't know how rabies works. Like rabies, like you get bit and you get rabies symptoms like a while later, sometimes months later. And once you get the symptoms,
it's a movie, so it's
so he gets bit by like a mongoose and gets rabies basically the next day, and that's a little silly. But yeah, a big problem with it is like I said, that deaf guy is in it. The guy from Black Rabbit. Right?
What?
What was that show with Jason Bateman?
Black Rabbit. Black Rabbit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's that
Russian
deaf guy.
guy.
He's in a bunch of movies. He won an Oscar for that singing movie. But the problem with him, I guess the problem with him is there's a lot of scenes. Anytime he's in a movie, there's going to be a lot of scenes of people just doing this. And there's like no sound and no dialogue, and there's subtitles. You would think that like at this point, like, when you're doing sign language, you also say what you're sign languaging just for like the movie's sake.
Yeah, it's kind of
it's awkward. Yeah. It's so awkward. But that's minor nitpicking. The movie was pretty all right. It was decent, but the best thing about the movie, hands down, was the soundtrack. The score was sick. It was one of those things where I had to stop the movie like 16 minutes into it, and I'm like, what am I hearing? I have to look up the soundtrack on YouTube. It's by someone named Adrian Johnson. It was very synthy. It was like very synthy, electronic kind of ambient music, and most of it is like, like really grimy, like horror synth stuff. But there's a few tracks that were like these like melodic, ambient, everything's decent. A lot of steel guitars and stuff because it's Hawaii.
He's the composer for Shane Meadows, which is interesting, mate. Made in England, or is that
okay?
Oh no, that's a doc.
It was very much like reminded me of kind of like Cliff Martinez kind of vibe. A lot of tracks I could just like put on and drive to. Really cool soundtrack. It was a cool soundtrack, and it didn't really sound. It didn't sound like anything I've heard before. That's always. Yeah,
he's done some really good stuff. Klondike, which is a miniseries we should talk about at some point. Great if you haven't seen it and you like westerns. The Sinking of the Laconia is also very good. He's done. And he did. There you go. He did the music for Red Riding in some.
Right.
That was
great. Soundtrack.
The
soundtrack was cool. I think we were listening to some of it on my Sunday show. I was like playing some of it. And it's a cool vibe. But yeah, most of the soundtrack is like this really harsh, like horror synth stuff, which also was good. But I mean, I don't think I'd drive around listening to that. But a lot of it was cool. But like I said, it was a sad. It wasn't really a scary movie. I felt just sorry for this chimp. This poor chimp with rabies, just like lashing out at his family members because he's scared and thirsty and dying. I know you want like a monster that you're like, kill that chimp. It would have been much better if the chimp just went crazy. Like the chimp just like was evil. That way you don't feel bad for the chimp. And also the cool thing about the chimp is I don't think there's any real chimps in the movie at all. It's all guy in suit and computer animated CG stuff. And the suit is pretty impressive. I mean, you can still, there's this uncanny valley about it, but it's a pretty impressive practical effect, the suit. So, but yeah, that's the father. The girls were cute. I'm not going to tell you which ones get their face eaten, though. That's for you guys to find out.
Yeah, that one's for Luke. That one's for Luke to spoil.
The one on the left. Yes.
There is a lot of that, but there could have been more of it. You know, biting the fingers off and biting the genitals off and ripping the face off and all that stuff. Chimp attacks, man. They're all the rage.
Your time is nearly up, so give us a rating out of 10 before we descend into madness.
I'd give it a good 7. A good 7. The soundtrack is a 9.
All right.
You like that, huh? You like that?
Inside man's heart attack could be happening any second. All right, we'll move on. Pretty Cow, have you got something for us?
Yeah, I watched a film. I haven't quite finished it. I had to pause it to come down here, but I'll definitely be finishing it afterwards. It's called The Tiger or The Tank.
I talked about it last week.
That's probably why I decided to check it out then.
Yeah, Inside Man was going to watch this as well. I don't know if you did decide. I was the only person who'd seen it last week, and several people said, "Oh, that looks good. I might watch it."
I'd forgotten all about it, to be honest with you.
You're probably still laughing.
I'm gonna have to write it all down. So yeah, that's gonna be on my list. Sorry.
Yeah, it's good. Seems like Fury from a German perspective, basically.
Yeah.
Fury from a German perspective meets something else for sure. But yeah,
I've got 45 minutes left of it, so it's a fair bit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
But yeah,
it is Fury. It's Fury from a German perspective. The tank battle in it's very good.
Mm-hmm. The other thing I watched was an Ed Kemper film. Ed Kemper is a famous serial killer in America.
I got 10 minutes into that and thought this looks like it's going to be shit. Was it shit?
Mid, very mid. It's very cheap. Some of the acting is a bit weird, but there's something about it. There is something about it that's fairly compelling, but it's a mid
people
movie.
that made it were quite sort of, they tried to make it work with the budget they had.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it did what it could. It was pretty graphic in places. I thought it did an okay job. Like it missed a few bits out from the actual truth because I always wiki these things and have a look at them. But it didn't feel like it had done it for an agenda. It felt like it had done it for pacing or whatever.
Now, this literally could be the poster for your biopic.
It really could. Yeah.
I mean,
although I wouldn't discriminate with just young female hitchhikers because I hate my mum. I'd be less selective.
Critic Cow, the true story of the Kingdom of the Spiders. Just change that credit there. So, there's no one of like the acting the cast in this.
Yeah, Brandon Kirk, I think his name was.
Yeah, I mean Lou Temple's in it. He was in a movie directed by a friend of mine. And is a lovely man, but I didn't feel any of the actors, even though I recognised some faces. There wasn't anyone who had any gravitas. It just didn't.
It's weirdly kind of dark comedy off kilter.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just felt
it's kind of a little bit weird. There's no like realism behind it apart from when he gets to killing the girls and stuff, and then it gets very graphic, But
I love
this. I mean,
I didn't watch the Tiger movie, but I did watch a
Yeah, it was all right. It's like a 5 out of 10. It was just happened to be the other thing I watched.
Yeah.
He was a sick puppy, though. That guy seriously messed up. He didn't like his mum very much at all, and he took it out on lots and lots of young girls.
Anna, do you have a recommendation this week?
I can give one real quick. I
just do a
rewatched
recommendation.
It recently with friends. I saw it in theaters when it came out. I promise I watch stuff that isn't just Japanese, but Sadako versus Kayako was a 2016 horror film that was announced as a joke, but then it wasn't actually a joke. They actually made it. And so it's the Ring franchise with the Grudge franchise. So basically, imagine you took the videotape from, it's the Ring videotape and the Grudge house. So imagine you put the Ring videotape on in the Grudge house to set the two monsters against each other. It's people who have been cursed, groups of people who have been cursed by both. They're like, what if we get the monsters to take each other out? And in expected fashion, it goes horribly and there's loads of casualties all around, but you also get to see the two girl monsters fight each other out. I think Sadako is called Samara in English Ring.
Could you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You type out the spelling of this in the private chat,
yeah.
so I can, because I can't find it, and I'm sure I'm spelling it completely inappropriately.
But I saw it in theaters in Japan in 2016, and I had a blast. It was such a good time, and saw it again recently with the same friends who I'd gone to see it with in theaters that time, and it's pretty dumb, but it was just as much fun.
Okay, let me get it.
I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It's nothing groundbreaking, but for those who are fans of either or both the Ring and the Grudge franchise, it's a good time.
Are the creators of both those franchises, is it the same person, or was it two different production companies? Do you know?
I'm not sure, actually. I can check.
Be interesting to note if it was two different companies, but they sort of got together and said, "Hey, how about we put both of our bad guys in?" I mean, The Ring. The first time I saw The Ring, I saw it at the cinema. And it was very new. No one had done a horror film quite like that. It had that. It just sort of broke a barrier somehow, just because of the surrealism and coming out of the TV and the music and the sound design and all of that blended well. It was really, really good.
Are you talking about The Ring or Ringu?
No, The Ring, not Ringu. Yeah. Apparently, Darth Plato says I sound like a Dalek. I don't know if that's true.
Exterminate.
Yeah.
Moving on. Changing subject.
Just kidding.
Mate, you need to record those to me so I can just play those.
No, if I really wanted to do a Dalek impression, I have to like scream it like obnoxiously. Exterminate! God, they're the most annoying bad guys I've ever.
Has anybody
out of any franchise?
Has anybody got that software where you can just read out lyrics for a song and the software comes back at you with a professional sounding song voice singing those lyrics? Have you got that?
You can do it right now for free.
Yeah.
Just get Suno. Go on Suno. Yeah. You get 10
But,
free songs a day or some shit.
Really?
So over.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Do you know how to use it, Enzo?
Yeah. It's quite an easy one to use.
It's not hard to use in the slightest.
Very
That's
user friendly.
why everybody's bloody using it at the moment.
Everybody's using it.
Everybody's using it, huh? Okay, Enzo.
I'm actually very upset that Udio was the one I was liking a lot, and they got all screwed over by Universal, and I think Suno's same thing's gonna happen to them. You can't download songs from the website anymore. You can make all the music you want, but you can only listen to it here. It's so stupid.
Oh shit! Really?
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we make a song on this using this piece of software, can we put it at the beginning titles of the outro? You can do that.
Yes. And if you can, just the lyrics for the opening titles.
Yeah. Because I've written new lyrics, and listen, Stupenzo, if you're able to suddenly produce these in rapid time, we'll play them before the end of the show.
Yeah, can you? Is there a way for you to copy and paste it and just send it to me now?
I'm just trying to find them because I sent them. Sent them to my Gary Bolter 9000 app, but unfortunately, it came back to me and said, "Here's a sample of what you can do. Here's half the song, but to get the rest of the song, you need to play."
I think so. Here's the thing: if you pay for Suno, I could take the original song and put it in, and it'll have the same melody and stuff.
I mean, it was it was a female voice, and it worked really well. I could actually play you guys the beginning of it probably. But Enzo, yeah, I've got the lyrics, mate. I'm dropping them to you on Facebook Messenger right now. So there you go.
Yeah, because we're boomers and we use Facebook.
That's right. We are. I'm over 30. 32 next week. So
you're over 30? No way. Get out of here.
Apparently true.
I don't believe it.
I know.
Let's see.
If I hang around
Lance, this is important. What genre do you want this music to be? Do you want it to be like surf rock? You want it to be polka music? You want it to be reggae?
No. If I play the track,
Lance wants electronic rave music. You want some EDM?
No. Listen, let me play the sorry to interrupt the ring grudge thing.
I'm done.
very good. If I
Yeah,
play
me too.
these, I don't know if this is going to work. Hang on. I'll send you a file, Enzo, of what was recorded so far. But I only got half of it because that was all you could get without paying huge sums of money.
No.
So
don't even worry about it then.
I'll send that to you, and then that'll give you the type. If you can get something similar to that vibe, there you go. It's in your inbox. That'll work really well.
God.
All right.
I don't like working under pressure.
Great stuff. Sorry, I know we're rushing everything today, but I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to end slightly earlier than normal because I.
So you got 3 minutes, Enzo.
Yeah.
Start the countdown.
I can do it. Give me 30 seconds. No, I'm just kidding.
Great stuff. All right. So moving on. Moving on. We've only got a couple of other things actually to cover tonight. Did anyone else want to give anything a real quick shout out? Give it a quick rating out of 10. Anything else that you've seen?
Yeah. Last night I convinced a girlfriend to let me show her 1996 Freeway, and she loved it. She at first when it came on, she was like, "How old is this movie?" As most millennials do when you try to show them something, God forbid, that was
the one with Reese Witherspoon and Kiefer Sutherland.
Yes. Enzo and I had been talking about maybe doing this retrospective on it for a while and never quite got around to it. Maybe I don't remember the reason, but man, it's an updated tale for the 90s of Little Red Riding Hood, but instead of the wolf, it's a guy named Wolverton who is a pedophile serial killer, and it's or the I-5 killer as I think he's called. And then Reese Witherspoon in one of her very first roles when she is a illiterate Southern career criminal at the age of 15 already, and she's brutal. What actually brought me to it was one of her co-stars that's in it is this as you call her, a jobbing actress that has done a bunch of stuff, and I found out that she was also in it in a small part, and I wound up going down like a rabbit hole of all the stuff she's in. That's let me look up her name real super duper quick because I know we're low on time. It was, of course, it's hard to find right this second. I am Alana Ubach is in it, and they were doing a thing on TikTok or something talking about how iconic she is because she's able to like transform in almost every role. A lot of people would know her as the mean waitress from Waiting, or they might know her as the mom in Euphoria.
No, you know how I know her? This is Frank's whore wife.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I'm betting.
She's a great actress, this lady.
Yeah, big dick.
She's a great actress.
Yeah, she's great. She is she can transform. She may be the best character actress in the world. I'm willing to say that she can transform from one role to another so well and be so believable in everything, from both, the Ted TV series where she's the never says a potty word, just total, cat mom, to, disgusting people like she is in, Always Sunny. She was in Californication as some British widow that's just drunk and whoring around. And you've got a little clip right there from, I forget which Disney movie that is.
Oh, yeah. Is that Coco?
Yeah, Coco. That's a good
Coco.
one.
She's so and if you're really old enough, you'll know she's the in the closet lesbian that was in love with Marsha Brady back in the Brady Bunch movie. And an even stranger fact, she was in Renaissance Man with Danny DeVito playing his daughter, which if you've seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia, that makes it even worse. She's so good. I mean, she is. I went down a rabbit hole and watched a whole clip of her. They say she's so, because she has a different laugh in every movie that she's in. She later started with Reese again in Legally Blonde as one of her little bubble-headed cohorts that has bangs. But yeah, she's anything she's in, she's value added.
Well, I'm planning on doing. Sorry, Inside Man, just say I'm planning on doing a stream in the not too distant future, probably this side of the end of March, where I'm going to do unsung character actors, and I'm going to get each of my guests to pick 5 actors, like a top 5 character actors that are not well known.
Oh, she'd be in it.
That you can basically just do a spiel on them and why you like them. And there's got to be like a sort of balance of men and women. You can't just pick 5 hot chicks, because you know we know what Rachel's like. So, but yeah, so just mention that now to the panel so people can start thinking about choices for that. Because
great idea. That's a great idea.
Great to get everyone on for that. Sorry, Inside Man. Go
yeah, no, I was going to say I thought the way that Toxic actually opened up that little review there last night, I managed to convince my girlfriend to let me. I thought we were going to go somewhere else.
A lot of his reviews.
Honestly, I started to perspire a little bit there. I thought we were definitely
wrong day.
Going
that's the wrong day. That's the wrong day. We'll talk about it on Thursday. And I don't do that stuff on Lance's show.
So I want to show you a freeway with Reese Witherspoon, and then on the film
guys,
freeway.
This is the problem. This is the problem. See, you guys think that it's okay to do that. I'm going to get blamed for it. He's going to later just remember that it had to do with me when I was actually perfectly behaved, and you guys are just riffing off on toxicity. But that's fine.
Wow. That's going to be the name of my 3rd channel, Riffing on Toxic. It's only going to have about 7 subscribers though, so yeah, he is more behaved on here. That's true. Good suggestion though for the movie, and we've been talking about Alana Rubach for so long. I forgot the name of the movie now.
One of my first watches is Freeway.
Yeah, not to be confused.
Freeway is brutal. Freeway was basically like it's the fever dream of anything like, you know, when you hear about some disgusting person that's done some horrible crimes to innocent people, you're like, why can't they run into some sort of sociopath? So this is like someone's idea of that, you know, juxtaposed against, you know, a merging of the Little Red Riding Hood, you know, fantasy. So it's like that. So it's like, you know, why can't a psycho killer ever run into some kind of gang member or sociopath or something? Like, this is that movie. So,
right.
Yeah.
I think this was the first rewatches I saw from Enzo as well. And yeah, I have seen a few clips of this movie. It is messed up from the clips I've seen. Jesus Christ. It is ungodly dark. Really dark.
Before we begin to wrap up, because we are going to finish early for the benefit of the 14 people watching, and thank you so much for being here. We're only ending early this week because I have a house guest and I don't want to be too rude to them. You have reminded me of a show that I've wanted to recommend on the Nielsen ratings for forever, a movie, sorry. You know, it's a similar premise. It's a road movie. Innocent people meet a psycho, but they don't know he's a psycho. Very, very cool film, and I'm going to guess that most of you have probably seen it and also agree with me that Breakdown with Kurt Russell is outstanding.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Came out a year after Freeway, actually. Came out like, this is 97.
I saw this at the cinema, and, you know, it's one of those movies where, and it's got that fantastic actor, sadly, he's passed away. JT Walsh, right. His last film was The Negotiator. He passed just after that. And he plays the truck driver who gives the wife of a couple who've broken down a lift, but the husband doesn't want to leave because he doesn't want to leave the vehicle. And, you know, it's a weird dilemma. But and then, of course, he realizes he's been set up and his vehicle's been tampered with, and now his wife is missing. And ultimately, he manages to catch up with the truck driver who claims not to know him. It's a great premise. I don't know if you noticed Toxic, but there's one shot in the film, right, where they pan up from the barn, which is filled with belongings of people that they've robbed.
Yes.
And so the fact that the barn has got all these suitcases and watches and things like that they've stolen off various people. And you're thinking, God, how many people have these people killed? And then if you look, when they pan up, there's a forest behind the barn and it's backlit by this moonlight. And in that wooded area, you can see all these mounds and there's all these burial sites. It's really subtle. It's only in one shot for like a second. Yeah, and I only picked up on that because I saw it on a massive screen at the cinema. And when I saw that shot, I was like, that looks like lots of people have been buried in there.
That would make sense, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's a really, really good movie. I give it.
I should watch this again sometime. I remember really liking this.
It's worth doing a chew the fat on, or we could do a chew the fat on this, and maybe like 3 similar movies, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely a 9 out of 10. Anybody else who's seen it on the panel want to score it real quick?
9 out of 10.
Yeah, 9 out of 10. It's really intense. Kurt Russell kills it as always.
Inside Man, have you seen this?
I can't recall seeing this, to be honest with you.
Oh, mate, if you'd seen it, you'd remember it. It's an outstanding movie, mate.
It came in that. To be fair, it did come out in that summer at '97, and they had some freaking bangers. Summer '97.
Yeah, there was a lot of
kind of got lost in the shovel. Men in Black and Face Off and Con Air and all that shit came out that summer. So
yeah. So
hey, you know what's funny about Freeway? In Freeway, there's this lady who plays like the girls' correctional facility school teacher, and I'm like, where do I know this lady from? She's the lady in the elevator in Speed who's like afraid to come up. She has to get up there last. And I was like, oh, that's her. Hell yeah. It was like bothering me. Anyway,
it was the first time I ever saw what's her name that passed away. Brittany Murphy. I'd never seen her in anything up to that point, because at that point I hadn't seen. I didn't see Clueless, so I didn't know who she was, and then I saw that first before I saw Clueless. So yeah.
All right. So next week, we're going to talk about Starfleet Academy. So everybody try and watch the pilot episode.
Oh, I think I have a doctor's appointment that day. Maybe
it's going to be 2 or 3 episodes that I'll drop at once, right? Because even when they do weekly,
I'm only asking.
So.
I'm only asking the panel to watch the first episode. I don't want to put you through any more torture than that. But I feel like I always like to give things an honest shake. I have seen it. My opinion of it is tarnished. But I am very interested to know, is it as bad as I thought? I feel like I need the inside man's commentary on this to confirm.
Lance, I don't want to sharpshoot you, but as Wormy Spoons pointed out, weren't we going to be doing a deep dive into The Rip on that day?
The Rip?
Yeah. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
so this Friday.
That coming out. Yeah, we'll cover that. We'll cover that next Tuesday as well.
It won't take long to destroy Starfleet Academy, I assure you.
That's only. I mean, that's only 2 topics, and we'll be doing a full show next week. So, Enzo, how are we doing with our song?
I mean, I've got a few already. I mean,
oh, have you? What's the closest one? Can you give me the Can you send me the MP3 or 4, or give me a video?
No. We'll just do it this way. I'll just share my screen.
Okay, cool. All right. Should we do the one that's closest to the thing I sent you?
No. Let's see here.
No.
I'm trying a few different things here. All right.
I don't want a Southern ditty version of it. All right. Anyway, this is the lyrics for the new Nielsen rating, so you might want to check it out.
Hang on a second. Let's ask around here. Let's share my screen. What are you doing?
Right, what are the choices? All right.
Well, let's see here. We've got kind of like I said, this like kind of Southern ditty surf rock kind of vibe. You want high energy rock?
Try. What was that?
Something kind of more like this. Kind of more like you could do more synth pop kind of crap. This sounds awful. I don't like this. This is what is this?
Ooh.
No.
Ooh. No. Let's try. Hang on.
Maybe that one, but what else we got?
Ooh.
I like that even better.
With a female. We had a shouting guy last time.
I'm guessing brutal death metal is not an option, no?
No.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Sure,
right.
Let's go with this. That one sounds all right. Let's go with that.
Let's go with this.
Welcome to the Nielsen Ratings 2026. Where we talk
That was like Avril
TV
Lavigne.
with oldies and the
It could go away.
All right.
We chat all things actors from Mel Gibson to Ice Cube. 'Cause at the Outcast Creative, we got the coolest panel on YouTube. Every Tuesday evening, we start at 9 UK time.
Love
We
it.
cover all the genre from sci-fi to true crime. Our super cool panel rates the latest releases, along with older cool films like The Wild Geese. Raver filmmaker Lance is leading the way. A Lord toxic who is possibly gay. Artist Rebel Rose will be holding court. Well, Lance's cousin Anna will be updating.
Can I just say that this is very gay? This song. Let's see here.
It's pretty
Let's go,
fun.
here,
though.
let's skip here, dude.
Call up while Lance's cousin Anna will be updating her latest archaeological report. Enzo's still showing us crack while eating
I like it. It's got like
Mexican
2000
food.
rock camera.
Very dated.
All sounds exactly like what it is, which is generic, straight tune.
With inside Malibu colors and down rounds of cider. While Critical Al commands an army of hairy spiders.
was you,
Occasional
Al.
special guests like Retro and
Play
Drake
the clip down below at the same time so I can cancel it.
We're an open channel, you all know the score.
Let's try house music for Lance. Lance likes his rave music, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is better.
Yeah, this one would be
Dude, the light whip.
Welcome to the Nielsen Rating 626, where we talk film and TV with oldies in the mix. We chat all things actors from Mel Gibson to Ice Cube, 'cause at the Outcast Created, we got
The point is, Lance, you can get on Suno right now and do this yourself.
Yeah, you can.
It's easy.
Yeah, as
So-
many as you want. It's ridiculous.
Sure,
Just-
I'll call my out 9000 app right after we get off and
Welcome to the Nielsen Ratings.
Ooh, this is better. I like this one
2026, where we talk film and TV with oldies
Wait for
in
the
the
drop.
mix. We chat all things actors from Mel Gibson to Ice Cube, 'cause at the Outcast Creative, we got the coolest panel on YouTube. Every Tuesday evening, we start at 9 UK time. We cover
Gary's hearing this and like fucking breaking his computer. No!
all the genres from sci-fi to true crime. Our super cool panel rates the latest releases along
I mean Gary, who made the original theme song.
with older cool films like The Wild Geese.
Oh my god, there is a drop coming.
Gotta be this one. Gotta be this
Dude,
one.
you got to Lance with the light whip right here? Oh my god.
Yeah, make the video. That would totally work.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a 4-minute song though, so you know.
Well, I'll do a short version.
No, I actually like this one best.
Yeah, no. Can you send me that one?
Sure. That is something I noticed about this AI crap music is it definitely excels in electronic music. You know,
Makes sense.
because electronic music was already generic and dumb.
I was going to say,
right?
it's
Now,
already
you know,
computer generated
Right.
kind of
So yeah,
a beat. So yeah,
I mean, it's all pretty good.
eliminate
I would,
the middleman.
I wouldn't mind a mid '90s alternative. So, welcome to the Outcast Creative.
Oh, okay,
that'd be
grunge.
cool.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All
That'd be
right,
pretty dope.
there you go. Let's
No,
try
I
that
don't want
next.
grunge.
I think
Enzo, can you send me that last one?
I will, of course.
Fantastic,
Anyway,
please
goodbye,
Yeah,
everybody. Show's over.
Do that. Do that. All right. Okay. Fantastic. Great job. Cool. It's just amazing how fast this stuff can be produced now. That would have been 10 years of work, 20 years ago.
it does allow anybody to make music now, not just musicians.
I know, not just talented people. So, thank you everyone. for
Unfortunately,
coming
my fee is still the same. I still need $500.
on. Okay, man. Right. Incorporated another work that's coming your way.
I'm kidding.
So, thanks everyone for coming on. I really appreciate you. Great panel, and our heart goes out to our friend Rebel Rose, Rachel Percy Art, who couldn't be here for personal reasons tonight. We're all thinking of you, sending you a big hug, and look forward to having you back on next week. Do check out the channels of my fellow YouTube content creators, my fellow panelists. Some of the links are below already, I believe. If they're not, I'm sure you can find them easily. I normally give people a chance to do a shout out, but we're going to wrap it up there today because I've got to shoot. So thanks very much for coming on, everyone. Next week, as we said, we'll be talking briefly about Starfleet Academy. We'll be talking about that other thing that's dropping on Amazon.
The RIP.
The RIP. There's also that new movie coming out with what's his name from Guardians of the Galaxy. Kind of looks potentially interesting. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt's new movie looks. Yeah, look at the trailer for it. It could be interesting. Could be.
I liked it better when it was called Minority Report.
Yeah, it does feel.
That thing. Yeah, I remember that.
All right, but remember what I always say: stay in touch with the people you care about. Don't forget to give them a phone call and tell them that you love them. And we will see you all again real soon.